Hey everyone! So with this latest release from PlayStation, it's now allowing you the opportunity to add additional hard drive space. So what I did is, as soon as I found that out, went on PlayStation.com, read up on all the specs of what's acceptable, and this is the card that I picked out. It's an XPG S70 blade. The blade part is important. Because as you look in the specs, it actually requires a card that isn't too tall, and a lot of the ones had heat sinks on them, which, you know, at the speeds that this is required to read, you kind of need that, but you know, a lot of them, their heat sinks were too tall. So what I ended up finding is they had a slim version of this, and that's the one that I picked out. Now, for my purposes, I picked out a 2 terabyte one because that seemed to fit for me. But you can do up to a 4 terabyte as well. There's a lot of 1 terabyte ones out there, but again, for my purposes, I picked out a 2, so that's where we're at. So, also have the PlayStation here. You know, I read up on how to do this. Hopefully, it's pretty straightforward. Apparently all you need is a screwdriver, so I have that handy. But yeah, let's open up the SSD card and kind of see what the fuss is all about. Well, that's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, there it is. What's interesting is that the heatsink is not already on it. Guess we'll have to figure that out. Okay. Alright. Now, I've never removed this. So I'll do it because supposedly I think the SSD drive should be right here, so I'll make sure you guys see it. Okay, so to remove this, what you want to do is you want to pull up opposite of where the PS5 logo is. So this is where the PS5 logo is, and since we're removing this panel, it's going to be on this corner. So you pull up and slide down at the same time, and that's how you get that off. Took me a while to figure that out. I'm going to set that aside because I'm going to wipe it down real quick. I haven't had my PS5 for too terribly long, but it still accumulates some dust in here. We're just going to kind of wipe all this down while we're here. So, once you have this off, this is really where the SSD goes. And it's just actually a really cool looking screw too. It has a PS5 symbol on it. It is a tiny one. Luckily I grabbed the right size screwdriver. So all you do is you unscrew this first screw, set that aside, you simply with your fingernails pull this up. It has a tiny tab here, so obviously be mindful of that. And this is the slot for the SSD drive. Now right here you see it says 30, 42, 60, 80, 110. So depending on the size of your drive, that's where you'll want to be. If I remember correctly, this one's an 80, so that's where I should be able to put it. So you also want to remove the current screw, which is at the 110 size slot. that aside, it does have a little washer. Now, for the washer itself, the washer actually goes under the SSD. So I'm going to put that there for now on the 80 slot. Now the only, that came out quickly. That should go in this way. The only thing I don't know is how to get this heatsink on there. And there's literally no instructions on here. Well, logic would have it goes in like this and just tapes over these guys. So that's what we'll do. Okay. So this should fit right in. It does. Right in. I'm trying to move the camera so you guys can see it better. Okay, so as you can see, the SD, I just plopped it up and then I pushed it in. There you go. You hear it click and it kind of flops a little bit, and that's probably where screwing it in will make sense. Since this sits there, yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna screw this on first. And just push it in real good. Screw this on. Now, this particular screwdriver is made for these type of purposes, so you can, have pressure on here, and then this kind of turns and makes this types of work really easy. That way you're not just continuously moving your arm, you're just moving the screwdriver itself. Heatsink, I'm going to take the double-sided tape off. And no surgeon, so my hands do shake a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. There's that, all in. We're going to put this guy back in, screw it back on. And that should do it. Now, and this is where you can see how this goes in. So that's why you had to lift that one corner and then pull out, because these tabs, as you can see, are kind of curved in. Now, putting it back should be a lot easier because it should kind of guide themselves in, as long as you line it up, right? Well, so I think. Yep, and you obviously heard a click. It is quite solid in there. So now what I'm going to do is clean up here a little bit. I'm going to plug the PS5, and hopefully we should see quite a bit more memory in there. Alright, catch you guys on the other side. Alright, so I've plugged the PS5 back in. It's all ready to go. Let's see what happens. It's lighting up, so I mean, here's a good sign of hope. PS5 logo on the TV. So far, so good. Oh, there you go. So the first thing that comes up is about the SS drive. To use, you need to format it. When you format your all data will be deleted. If you want to continue your PS5 formatting your MSC, you turn off your PS5. Well, I mean, I obviously have nothing on there, so I do want to format the M.2 SSD, so we're going to click that. It's doing its thing, it's loading, it's going pretty quickly. Formatting 19%. Boom, there it's done. read speed of 6183, which is above the recommended 54 or 5500, so we are good. So we hit OK. Then it says your M.2 SSD has been formatted. To change your games, go to settings, storage, install location. Aha, so we have to choose where they go. Okay. Okay, yep, we don't need to remove it, so we hit OK. And we're back in the home screen. Let me turn the sound on. There's me. Hit OK. New software. Let's go into settings. Let's go into storage. So on the console storage, I have, I think it's 1 terabyte if I remember, but on the M.2 SSD, there it is, 2 terabytes, yay! It tells you the name of it. And you can also reformat here. I don't have that. You know what? That's actually a good idea. I'm gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. PS5 games on M.2 SSD, PS4 games on the console. Actually, not opposite. We'll do PS4 and PS5 on the console storage. Boom. That should do it. So yeah, there you have it. Install went in fine. I may do a video down the road of how this is going. But yeah, everything looks like it worked out just great. As always, thank you for watching, and please make sure you subscribe to this channel.